up, Guardians? Blitzfry911 here, back with another video for you. Now this here is my new YouTube gaming partner, ArtemisJCM, and we will be posting videos on my channel from now on. So, today I am bringing you some new information about Destiny Year 2 from their Twitch stream. You lose. Yo, what is up, guys? Taken King, new shit, I'm gonna tell you about it. Alright guys, so the light level in the Taken King. Now, your current level, which is 34, is maxed out, will be grandfathered into the Taken King. So, whatever level you are now with your max gear on, you will be in the Taken King. They're going to look at your armor and use your best armor to determine your level, so you don't have to worry about that when the patch comes out, making sure your best gear is on. Now, the light level is also going to be changing a little bit. It's going to be not your character level is going to be completely XP, and your light level is going to be how you get to do missions and stuff. Your light is going to be determined by your armor, your weapons, your class item, and your ghost shell, which is completely new. So you'll need those to get into missions. It will recommend a light level for you, and you'll have to have that to get into the higher end missions. And it'll also allow us to have a wider variety of difference in our levels instead of being one level down to an enemy and doing 30% less damage. Alright, and now about old things. Your current legendary weapons, like your favorite and your original compliments. Bungie is stressing to not delete those. Even though they have said they're going to be useless pretty much, they haven't said why or what we're going to be able to do with them, so do not delete them. They're going to be important. Now, along the lines of old stuff, there's also the intellect, discipline, and strength attributes for your subclasses. They're revamping those too. Instead of the useless 86% that doesn't show you what the hell it's for, we're going to have cooldowns in seconds for our subclasses. Now, I know I touched on this in another video, but we've seen how it works now. There's going to be 5 tiers on each, your intellect, discipline, and strength, that you rank up with XP to make your cooldown go lower. Now, I think it was ranked 2 at 1 minute in the video, so I'm anxious to see how low this is going to get, and finally be able to properly mix that with armor to reduce your cooldowns the most, and, you know, just destroy in the Crucible. Alright guys, and now on to bounties. There will be 16 available bounties in the Taken King instead of 10. And these bounties will be trackable, at least 4 of them will be, and that's split with quests. So you'll have 4 either bounties or quests track at a time. Now you track these by checking them off in the menus, and then by simply bringing up your ghost in battle, you will be able to quickly view the 4 you have selected and your progress on them. Now, these bounties will also be able to be turned in your menu system instead of having to take an hour to go back to the tower to turn that stupid stuff in. And the Crucible is also getting a bounty overhaul. They are adding a new weekly bounty system. Now we will do 5 bounties in the week, which will unlock a 6th bounty that you turn in to get a reward that is the equivalent of a Nightfall reward, which, as we know now, should be exotics. They are removing all the crap from Nightfall rewards, so I'm excited about that. Alright guys, and in the Taken King, the base level to play any of the new quests is 25, so you have to be level 25 to get in the new content. Now Bungie has graciously given any new Guardians the ability to be level 25 instantly on one character. All you have to do is simply go to the Postmaster when you log into the game, get an item, and be level 25. Now they also said this works on subclasses, so us existing Guardians will pick one of the new characters and be able to instantly either max out or get close to maxing out a subclass. Now to go along with your new Guardian, we're going to have new Ghost Shells, finally. And these new Ghost Shells will have intellect, strength, and discipline along with them, as well as they will somehow alert us to materials we find in the environment, such as Spirit Bloom and Spin Metal. And the legendary ones will even have random abilities, such as the one they showed in the stream, which was the ability to get Glimmer when you kill a Titan in the Crucible, which is pretty sweet, but I'm mostly excited to finally just not be wearing a red or a white Ghost Shell. So Shaxx and the other Vanguard vendors will be the ones selling the legendary Ghost Shells to us, and the speaker will be selling those crappy blue Ghost Shells that no one will ever end up using because they don't have many perks. And the Ghost Shells that you do get or have gotten will be available in the terminals. Now the terminals are these new vending machine type areas that will keep all of our emblems, shaders, ships, vehicles, etc. that we get and have gotten in them, so we don't have to use them to fill up our inventory. So say you accidentally got rid of this shader you really like I did with the Arctic Proxy. You can go to this terminal, you can get that shader, you can wear it on any character. It is not class specific, so that's awesome. And the new exotic blueprints will also have their own terminal down in the Vanguard by the tower. So the exotic blueprints you will be able to get for year 2 will be some of the current exotics, but with different perks. So like they showed the Suros, which had a perk, the usual perk that makes it fire slower, but it also had a perk that made it fire faster. And there were some other exotics listed. I saw the Last Word, the Bad Juju, and a few others. So that's cool that some of our exotics will be able to have different perks, which means I'm probably going to collect both year 1 and year 2 versions of those exotics. Alright guys, and now on to factions. Now, for the new faction system, you no longer have to wear the class item for that faction. You pledge your allegiance to the faction. Now, you can only pledge your allegiance once a week, so you'll be that faction for a week, and that does cost 2,500 Glimmer. Now, while you're pledged to that faction, you can exchange your materials that you have gotten for faction rep. That means everything, all the materials in the game. So with that XP and quests, when you rank up your faction, you are guaranteed a legendary Ingram. And along with that Ingram, you'll get some other materials and shaders. Now these shaders have had an increase in drop rate, and they've said if you do get a shader, it is removed from your loot table, so you do not get it again on that character. So we don't have to worry about that rare elusive shader being a duplicate instead of getting one of the other 4. Alright guys, so I know I mentioned legendary marks quite a few times in this video and a few previous ones, and we finally got to shed some light on what exactly that is. So, legendary marks are capped at 200 at a time that you can have, but there's no cap on earning them. So you could get 10,000 of them a week if you want, but you can't hold more than 2 at a time, 200 at a time. Now legendary marks will be used to buy new guns and armor from vendors, as well as upgrade stuff. Legendary marks are pretty much going to be the most important currency from what I can tell in the Taken King. And you can shard underpowered legendaries for legendary marks. And speaking of sharding, the Cryptarch. Now the Cryptarch will finally be selling legendary Ingrams for 135 legendary marks. Now in the Twitch stream, he had 4 Ingrams for sale, so we'll see if he has 4 Ingrams or if it's going to be like the current rotation with a random Ingram sprinkled in. And speaking of completely useless vendors at the tower, the Gunsmith. Destiny is overhauling him majorly. He's getting a complete change. Number one thing is called Arms Day, which will be a Wednesday, the day after reset. You will be getting a chance to get a gun. Now, the Gunsmith has these test guns that you can take out and do whatever he wants you to do, which is usually killing different kind of enemies to rank up the gun and return it to him for a chance to get an Arms Day package, which you will get to pick a maker of a gun and have it delivered to you on Wednesday of each week. Alright guys, and now for the last thing on my list is something I'm really interested in called Infuse. We will be able to take our higher level gear and use it on lower level gear to basically ascend, like we do now in year 1, the year 2 guns. So if you have a gun that is a higher attack value than a gun you really like that has a lower attack value, you will dismantle this gun or sacrifice it to upgrade your lower gun instead of using an etheric light. Alright Guardians, and that's all I've got for you today, and as always, if you did enjoy the video, don't forget to like and subscribe for future content.